Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming. My name is Liz Danzico. I'm the chair and co-founder of the MFA Interaction Design Department here at SVA. We are thrilled that you're joining us here for the Thesis Festival, the Graduate Show. This is an exhibition of 21 thesis projects in interaction design. We have an incredible program for you today. But first, I'm going to run through some pragmatic notes so you understand what's going to be happening over the course of the day. If you can imagine, we have lunch. And there will be a lunch truck parked outside. So before you get too comfortable, there is a ticket that you received. Don't lose that ticket. You can use it to redeem lunch just outside the front door. Mamu Thai Noodle is our lunch truck for the day. And before you get too comfortable in your seats here, please use the map that you also received when you came in to return with us to the studio. You'll see lots of polished projects here up on the stage, which is the finished result of the work that we've done over 1.5 years. I say we. Actually, the students did over the course of 1.5 years. But you won't see the tools and the process by which they got there. So please return with us to the studio to see the process in the exhibition from 5 to 8 this evening. We'll have music and food and drinks. It'll be a lot of fun. So welcome. I wanted to make sure to thank the people who have made today possible. This journey that we've taken over the course of a couple of years couldn't have been possible without the help of many advisors who are here and around the world who help the students over the course of their journey, day by day, week by week, and their names are on the screen here. So thank you so much to the advisors. We couldn't have done it without you. Even more so, hour by hour, some of the people on the staff and in the class of 2016 who have helped put this particular festival on today, particularly Gwen Kurtz, who is the assistant to chair and the summer program coordinator, Jason Raby, Stephen Nixon, who is our speech coach, the volunteer coordinators. Thank you so much to them. If we could just actually give them a round of applause. They are sweating somewhere out in the lobby as we speak. Today, if you are tweeting, we're not going to ask you to turn off your cell phones. In fact, turn them on. And this is our hashtag. So you can tweet at the Graduate Show 15. And what are we going to see? So today, we're actually going to see products and services that the students have been asked to consider that look to improve the human condition in some way. And that's totally up to them. Projects that sort of enhance the everyday experience. And these students have been asked to look at improving the human experience through the role of interaction design and demonstrate that through a product, a service, or a system. It's a huge challenge. Each thesis is a pointed exploration at interaction design's role in its impact on the world. Right? It's an enormous challenge. And the thesis for them begins about 1.5 years ago, as many of you know in this room. And it begins, we ask them with a hypothesis, a life experience, an ideology, a question, a hunch they have that then develops into what you'll see here today. Every year, this festival is arguably a snapshot of a moment in time that represents what interaction design is today, encapsulated and crystallized. So it's our collective capacity to share with you what that looks like. It's a kind of access, and because no matter what the project, each student, no matter what they do, they give access to a new audience. Each project, therefore, is kind of a tool for a new audience. It was 2013, just 2 years ago, when these students started their explorations. And then, as now, arguably, we're probably better off with respect to access to tools and access in general than any other time in the evolution of our species. Arguably, that will continue to evolve over time. Their journey began with the word what. What tasks need to be solved, what needs were the greatest, what were the gaps that needed fixing in the world, what kind of grew up into why is this important right now, and why involved into how do we do this? When students realized that these were not just tools as in instruments, but tools could actually transform things, kind of tools into motion, or matter into movement. This process then was providing audiences not just access to tools, but to methods, services, systems, and entire new ways of thinking. So what we're looking at in general is not just 21 projects, but 21 new ways of thinking today. So sit tight. I'm here to introduce you to these 21 new ways of thinking over the course of the day. And to do that, I want to introduce Eric Foreman. Eric Foreman is not just the person who leads thesis as the thesis faculty, but he is what we call our head of innovation. He is our student advisor. He's also an independent artist working with interactive installations and responsive sculptures. He develops his own circuits and software to create objects and spaces that are aware of their environments and can dynamically respond to them. His own studio, Clank Studios, that he developed in 2006, currently has spaces in Chelsea and over in the New Lab and the Navy Yard, and has interactive experiences and fabrication techniques that he then brings that expertise to the students. He works day in and day out with the students in both their thesis projects and physical computing, and is here today to be a bit of our MC and guide the students through their projects with you today. So please help me welcome Eric Foreman.